You're watching over and over and over again the Positive Arsenal channel. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, which features everything to do with Arsenal. In this video, I just want to look ahead to tomorrow night's Europa League game when Norwegian side Molde visit the Emirates. Just before I do that, I just want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel if you like what I do. Please click the subscribe button down below there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. And if you've got any comments at all about the game tomorrow night, please drop them in the comments box as well, because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So, Molde then, what do we know about them? Well, they were founded in 1911, so they've got quite a long history. They're originally called International, but they changed their name to Molde in 1915. It wasn't really until more recent years that they've had most of their success. Their first major trophy didn't arrive until 1994 when they won the Norwegian Cup. And since then, they've won 4 league titles, which was in 2011, 2012, 2014 and 2019. And they've also won 4 cups. I say 1994 was the first one, then 2005, 2013 and 2014. Now, back in 1999, they became only the second Norwegian side to ever play in the Champions League, and that was of course after Rosenborg, who were of course the first Norwegian team to play in that competition. Of course, Arsenal played against them in 2005. Currently their manager is Erling Moe. He took over in December 2018 when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer of course left to go to Manchester United. Of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the Molde manager back in 2011 and 2012 when they won their first 2 league titles, and he also won the cup with them as well in 2013. That was in his first spell. He then came back again in 2015 to 2018, where unfortunately he wasn't able to win any further trophies with them. And it was, of course, Erling Moe who won them the league title in 2019. Now, the record sale of a player was actually Erling Haaland, who they sold to Strasbourg in 2018 for €5 million. Of course, he's gone on to have great success, hasn't he? Since then, he's now, of course, at Borussia Dortmund, isn't he? Now, in terms of Europe, Molde have got a very poor record in European competition. They first played in the UEFA Cup back in 1975, but they didn't win a European game up until they got into the Champions League in 1999, when they did, although they finished bottom of their group, they did win one of the group games at home to Olympiacos. Later on, they played Rangers actually in the UEFA Cup in 2006. They drew 0-0 at home before losing 2-0 the second leg up in Ibrox. They've played in the Europa League before. That was in the 2012-2013 season. Although they did finish bottom of their group, they did actually beat Stuttgart home and away. Now, in the Europa League as well, their best run ever in Europe was in 2015-2016 season, where they actually won their group in the Europa League. They beat Celtic actually home and away, 3-1 at home and then 2-1 at Celtic Park before they lost to Sevilla in the round of 32. But that was the first time they'd actually qualified out of the group stage. So they haven't got a great history, and they've never actually played an English side before in European competition. I say those 2 matches against Rangers and Celtic, it's the only time they've met British opposition before in European competition. In terms of their players to watch, their striker, Leke James, a Nigerian forward, he's got quite a good goal scoring record for them. He scored 24 goals in their 2019 title season. He's got 11 so far in the 2020 season. In total, he scored 39 times in 73 games for Molde. So he's going to be quite a dangerous player. And also as well, you've got their captain who plays in midfield, an attacking midfield player, Magnus Wolf, Eric Ram. He's actually scored 35 goals in 162 appearances for the club. That's in 2 spells. And of course, he led them to the title in 2019. Now, in terms of our team selection, I'm expecting there to be quite a lot of changes from the team that won at Manchester United on Sunday. In fact, I would say there could well be almost 11 changes to the side. That's what I'm probably expecting. I think Alex Runarsson will get his opportunity in goal again, having kept a clean sheet, of course, in last week's game against Dundalk. I think if it's going to be a back 3, I'm not sure who's going to be fit. This is a problem we've got in defence, isn't it? I've got a feeling Kolasinac will probably play on the left. I'm not sure whether Gabriel might play again. He seems to have a strapping on his knee at Old Trafford, so he might not be risked. Of course, David Luiz is still injured. Rob Holding got through the game at Old Trafford, but he looked like he'd had a bit of an injury issue there as well. So we're running out of defenders, actually, aren't we? I've got a feeling Mustafi will probably start. I don't know the third one. Could be Callum Chambers, possibly, if he's fit. He's not played, has he, at all since his injury. So I don't know whether he's fit enough to start this game. But we've got a few issues there. In that bearing in mind, we might have to go with just 2 centre-backs instead of 3. In terms of the full-back positions, I think Cedric Suarez will be on the right again. He played okay, didn't he, in last week's game against Dundalk. On the left, Maitland-Niles might get the nod. He's not played much lately, has he? And in the centre midfield, I think we'll see Granit Xhaka and Dani Ceballos, neither of whom played any part in the win at Manchester United. And then the front 3 could be very similar to last week. I think Eddie Nketiah will play through the middle. Reiss Nelson will play on the right. Maybe Pepe will probably play again after that great goal he scored last week. Of course, Joe Willock could be an option in midfield as well after he scored last week as well and played well. So certainly in the forward areas of the pitch and in midfield, we seem to have quite a lot of options. Unfortunately, I say it's defence where we seem to be struggling at the moment with injuries. So it's just going to be pretty much who's fit probably is going to get to play in defence in this game. In terms of a score prediction, I mean, I think it'll be a major shock, wouldn't it, if Arsenal don't win this game? It was a pretty comfortable victory over Dundalk last week. I think Molde will be a slightly better team than them, if I'm honest, because I think it's going to be a slightly closer game. But I think Arsenal will win and could even be 3-0 again. But I think it'll be a bit of a tougher 3-0 than it was last week. And that'll obviously put us in a great position and to qualify from the group. I think we'll only need 1 more point from our final 3 games to qualify through. And to be honest, this is a group we should have qualified from anyway. So that's a little preview of tomorrow night's game against Molde in the Europa League here at the Emirates. Should be a good game. Let's get an opportunity again for some of the young players who maybe haven't got many opportunities to play in the Premier League this season. Give them some game time, and then we can look ahead then to the game against Aston Villa on Sunday. I am hoping to get an Aston Villa fan on the channel, but if not, I'll certainly do another Positive Arsenal podcast and we can look back on the game against Molde and look ahead to the Aston Villa game as well. So that'll be coming up on the channel. So thanks for all your support so far. If you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to the channel on the button down below there. Please like this video as well. And if you've got any comments at all about the team selection, about this game, your score prediction, please drop them in the comments box below. And maybe you know a bit more about Molde than what I've managed to find out over the last couple of days. Please drop that in the comments as well, because it'd be good to hear. And of course, please stay tuned to the channel. Lots of great stuff coming up. And of course, in the meantime, as always, come on, you Gunners! You've been watching over and over and over again the Positive Arsenal channel.